Welcome back to my channel. I am going to be doing my September update, and I have a whole stack of books for October that I'd like to read, but we'll see. First of all, I only read 1, 2, 3, 5 books in September, and 2 of them were audiobooks, and 2 of them were real books, and 1 was a graphic novel. So I'm going to show you. I didn't have a chance to put it into my binder. I'm like running off to work. It's like been a crazy week, so it's hard. September was very crazy for school, back to school, and trying to get into a schedule, and adding Fly Lady back into my life, and also adding some exercise. So, and I'm also dealing with a lot of allergies. I'm using Claritin, no, not Claritin, Allegra D now, because I just feel so congested every day. You could even hear it in my voice. So anyway, let's get up to what I read in September. So I'm going to show you pictures. The first one's the graphic novel. I think I finished this on August 31st, but I didn't have it in my book, so I don't think I included it in my August wrap-up. But this is the second book of Scott Pilgrim, so that's what it looks like. It's a graphic novel. I gave this 3 stars. I enjoyed it. It is too mature for my children to read. They're 10 years old. I would suggest like 15 or older to read this. And I enjoyed it. So the second book I read, my grandmother read it first. She grabbed it from my library bin when I was visiting my mom, and I left the book with her, and she read it, and then I had to renew it at the library so I could read it. And the book is called Hidden Girl by Samaya Hall, and it is a true story. That's the book here. It's a true story about a girl who is sold in Egypt as a slave, and she comes to the United States in California, and they find her, and she gets out of the slaving, but she was, I think, 13 or something like that. But it's a true story. So that was a nonfiction book, and I gave that one 3 stars. Okay, and the next book I read on audio, and this one I really, really enjoyed. I gave this one 5 stars. It's by Colleen Hoover, and it was called Hopeless. I had no idea what I was going into when I was reading this book. I knew it was a new adult. It has a lot of sex in it. It is new adult, and she just blew me away. I had no idea, like, even if you look at my comments on Goodreads, I was like, oh my God. Like, I didn't know, like, what was going to happen in this book. It was great. And since I read this book, and I also read one of her other books, and I can't remember the name of it, but last month I read one of her other books. I don't even know if I could find it now. I don't know, but anyway, since I liked her, enjoyed it so much, I wound up buying, she has this next one on Book Outlet, really cheap. It's called Losing Hope, and that is on Book Outlet. And I also got her Slam Trilogy, and that's also on Book Outlet, real cheap. I will be doing a book haul once my Book Outlet comes, and I have 4 books of Colleen Hoover in that box, so, but really good. I gave that 5 stars. It's very mature adult, so I would suggest older, 18 or older. The next book I also read on audio, and I listened to this actually. I listened to the book once, back in August, I think, and I didn't get the ending. So I listened to the ending again in September, and I had to listen to the ending twice, and I still didn't get the book. So I gave this book 2 stars. It was really good in the beginning, and just the ending, it just had made no sense to me whatsoever. And the book was called The Fever by Megan Abbott. It was awesome, the beginning. It has a lot of sex in it. It is mature adult. The beginning was, I was so into it in the beginning when I was listening to it. It was about a girls that are in this high school and they get this fever and they convulsions and they pass out. Then you don't know what it's about, and they're trying to figure out why are all these girls falling down and having this fever and convulsions and all that. So, but I felt like there was no conclusion to this book. So that's why I gave it 2 stars. I would have gave it more higher, but the ending was just, I didn't get it. 3 times I had to listen to it, and I still didn't get it. So anyway, we'll see. The next book I read for the book Explosion, and this one called Rumble by Ellen Hopkins. Her writing is done in verse, so it was a little hard to get used to, but I did enjoy the story. I gave this 4 stars. It's about a boy who loses his brother. His brother commits suicide, and he has to deal with that. And there's some religion in it, but not too much religion. I was able to enjoy it, so it was great. So I'd like to read another, I think I also ordered another Ellen Hopkins book in my book outlet that's coming. I think she has 2 adult books on book outlet that I ordered. So I don't remember the names of them, but it is by Ellen Hopkins. So that's it for the month of September, and I'm in the middle of a couple of books right now. I'll show you what I'm reading now. I'm in the middle of Unlucky 13 by James Patterson. I have not read any of the other books. This is book 13. The library said that I can read this without reading the other books because they're all the different stories. And at 152, so I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm reading it kind of quickly. So this I will probably finish in October. The other book that I'm reading on my Kindle is Outlander. I'm actually watching the TV show too, but I'm going very, very slowly because I'm only picking this up like 15 minutes at a time. So I'm only on page 45. So I'm reading very, very slowly the Outlander. I'm enjoying it. Of course, I already watched it on TV, so everything I'm reading on here is duplicate. But they did a good portrayal of the first part of the book in the pilot. So it was really good, and I'm going to continue reading it. So the Kindle is very hard. I have the font very big, and as I said in my other video, I keep on pressing the page to turn the page, and it doesn't feel like I'm moving forward because I have to click it 4 times before I get to the next page. So anyway, another book that I'm listening to on audio. Let me see if I could get it on here. Give me a second. On my audio, I am listening to, I'm almost finished, Sterling by Danica Dark. I don't know if you could see that. Sterling by Danica Dark. I'm listening to this on audio. I have 1 hour and 34 minutes to go, so I will definitely finish this in October and start a new one. And also, we are listening to some kind of kid book in the car. Something about swallowing a key. Joey Pigma swallowed a key or something, and the kids are really enjoying this book, and it's very fast-paced. So that will be probably finished in October as well. Okay, along with my, I have a big stack here that I got out from the library for October, and I'm going to show you what I got. And some of these are my kids' books, and some of mine are mine. I've been looking for graphic novels for my kids to read, which are 10 years old, and someone recommended Maximum Ride by James Patterson, so I picked this up for them to read. the manga book club. I have 1, 2, and 3 for a manga book club of September. I think it's 1, 2, and 3. Wait a minute. I don't know. Here in this, they're all mixed up. Okay. I picked up the Sailor Moon books 1, books 2, and book 3. So I have that for mangas. Another middle grade book. They told me to pick this one up, UGO, and that's book 1. I figured my son might want to read that one. I picked up Attack on Titan, book 1. I already read Full Metal Alchemist, so this is book 2. I read book 1. This is book 2. I have a couple of Scott Pilgrim, number 3, because I read 1 and 2 already. I picked this one up for middle grade. This is Kingdom Hearts. So I picked up a whole bunch for my kids to read. And another one, Amulet Book 2. This is called The Stonekeeper's Curse. Book 1, I actually, for 10-year-olds, it's really good. I picked it up and I bought them. I took it from the library first. I read it and then I bought it for my kids. So this is book 2. Another manga is Death Note 3. I already read 1 and 2. So this is book 3. So I have a lot of mangas. So hopefully I'll get to them. Now, as far as the books go, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 books here that I took out from the library. And at my rate, I'm only reading 4 books a month. So I probably won't get to all of these. But this is what I have. Monstrumologist by Rick Yancey. I picked that one up. Horns by Joe Hill. They're doing a readathon. One of the booktubers is doing it. I don't remember who, but she's reading this in October, so I picked that up. Made for You by Melissa Marr. I just picked this one up yesterday. Messenger of Fear by Michael Grant. And I so want to read this one. Rooms by Lauren Oliver. I really liked her Panic book. It was really good, so I picked up this one, and this one was just released. And I have 10. I probably will not read this one. I don't know yet. And I started If I Stay in September, and I am at 169 on this book, so I probably will finish this one in October. So, and that's all the books that I have, and I will see you in another video. If you have read any of these books or recommend reading them, please comment below, and I will see you in another video. Bye!